Ever get to the end of a job and think, okay, time to get paid?
Definitely. That feeling of accomplishment and knowing payday's coming.
But what if the paycheck doesn't come when you expect?
Uh-oh. That sinking feeling.
Today's deep dive. We're tackling that nightmare. We've got blueprints, invoices, the whole 9 yards to unpack how one electrician gets stuck in a payment pickle.
I've got a feeling this is going to be relatable.
Oh, you already know it.
Yeah.
Let's meet Brian. He's finishing up at the Kennywood site Friday afternoon, does his work, contacts Bill, the payment guy, standard procedure. Expects to move on, right? I mean, that's how it's supposed to work.
It makes sense. Routine stuff, right? Until it's not.
And boy, does it go sideways. Bill tells Brian, hold your horses. Felix, the foreman at Kennywood, needs to sign off first.
Okay, so a little speed bump. But haven't we all dealt with a weird approval process? What makes this raise a red flag for you?
2 words. Friday afternoon.
Ah, right. The worst time for a delay.
Especially for contractors like Brian. Weekends, usually unpaid territory. This isn't just an inconvenience, it's messing with his income.
Definitely adds a layer of stress.
To make it worse, Bill tells Brian he sent the payment to Felix.
Felix. Now that's where things get really fishy. Why involve the foreman in the payment process like that? It feels almost deliberate, wouldn't you say?
Definitely raises some eyebrows. Is it a power play? Miscommunication? Or something shadier? This lack of transparency is concerning.
And it's not an isolated incident in industries like construction, sadly.
Sadly, no. And just when you think it can't get messier, Monday rolls around. Bill informs Brian because he kept bugging Felix about the Kennywood payment.
Yeah.
That money. Now it's going towards the Patterson job.
Wait, what? How does that even make sense?
Patterson job is another project Brian's lined up for. But get this. It's not ready for his electrical work yet.
Hold on. So they're using his payment from one job to basically float another one that he can't even start. Talk about a messed up system.
It's like a textbook example of this project dependencies gone haywire.
Poor guy's stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Exactly.
Wow.
He can't get paid for Kennywood until Patterson's done. But he can't even start Patterson because it's not ready. It's a classic catch-22. And the worst part, this lack of planning always seems to trickle down and land right on the workers.
It's frustrating, because it's often preventable with better communication and respect for everyone's time.
Couldn't agree more. And here's where it really hits home, Brian. He relies on Uber to get around for work.
Oh, no, I see where this is going.
No Kennywood payment, no Uber, no way to even get to the Patterson job, even if it was ready for him. Domino effect in full swing.
This highlights the vulnerability of so many independent contractors, especially if transportation is key to their work. One hiccup in the system and their income is completely derailed.
It makes you think, right? We get caught up in deadlines, deliverables, the bottom line. But Brian's situation, that's the human cost of these so-called simple business transactions. It's a stark reminder that there are real people on the receiving end of these delays. Makes you wonder about the responsibility of employers to ensure timely payments, especially when someone's livelihood depends on it.
Absolutely. And it's a good reminder for all of us to be mindful of the power dynamics at play and to advocate for ourselves and others when things aren't right.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So next time you're waiting on a payment, maybe think of Brian. And if you're the one calling the shots, well, maybe it's time to take a look at your own payment processes.
Food for thought, for sure.
That's our deep dive for today. We'll be back next time with another look behind the blueprints.